98.1 KHAK. It's Brandon Courtlin talking with an artist, an Iowan who's making a lot of headlines. His nickname is Bubba. Ray Sorensen joining us. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning.
Do we call you Ray or do we call you Bubba?
Yeah, which do you prefer?
I really don't care. I didn't even realize my name was Ray until I was like 5 years old because everybody called me Bubba. So it's fine either way.
Well, you're making a lot of headlines. You're doing some really cool things, and it all has to do with the Freedom Rock Project.
Now, what is the Freedom Rock Project for anybody who doesn't know?
So it's kind of random. When I was in college, I saw the movie Saving Private Ryan, and for those who haven't seen it, when the guys are storming the beaches in Normandy, I was just blown away by these 17, 18, 19-year-old kids literally spilling their guts for our country, and I just was inspired to say thank you to our veterans. And there's this large, 90-ton boulder that sits north of my hometown, and it kind of got graffitied through the years. Sometimes it was pretty nasty, sometimes it was kind of funny, but I called up and asked the quarry permission because it sits on private property, and I asked if I could paint it to say thank you to our veterans, and I did. And then it just kind of steamrolled into this annual tradition where I'd come out and repaint it in May and, in time for Memorial Day to say thank you to our veterans. And then, kind of along the way, I became a mural artist, a professional mural artist, and, I started the Freedom Rock Tour, which was, the goal was to put a Freedom Rock in every single county in Iowa.
How many have you done so far?
I just finished the 46th, and now
Wow.
I'm repainting the one north of town again.
Wow.
And you paint them all differently, correct?
Yeah, that's the goal, is for them to each be unique and to illustrate some, lost or forgotten stories of, Iowans or, kind of in particular whatever county I'm in. And then, just always giving a general thank you to all veterans, of course. But, my goal is to not reproduce the same old, black granite with every single branch on it and,
Sure.
just, nothing specific. But I'm kind of going in a different direction where I kind of want to, dig up a couple stories. I realize you can't thank every single veteran on every single rock, but you can tell some interesting and cool stories and get people to, visit about the different facets and areas to serve in the military.
Absolutely.
So the goal is to have one in all 99 Iowa counties. When you determine where a Freedom Rock is going to go, how long does it take you to complete the process of painting and finishing it?
Well, actually, in the grand scheme of things, that doesn't take very long. Probably what takes the longest is all the work that each kind of Freedom Rock committee in each county has to do. They have to find a place to put the rock, find a rock to paint.
Yeah.
Get permission to move it across roads. Some of them get pretty heavy, and the DOT isn't very happy about you carrying tons and tons and tons of granite across their roads all the time. So there's a lot of homework and a lot of research that has to be done on their end first. But then about a week ahead of time, I ask for the ideas, and I spend about a week, kind of sketching and researching the area and coming up with, my game plan. And then when I'm on site, it takes about a week, 6 to 8 days. I can complete a rock. But those aren't 6 to 8, little loungy days in the sun. Those are 6 to 8, 12, 14-hour days.
Yeah.
Where I just kind of get into it and, put the music on and then don't quit.
Well, we're super happy to announce that Lynn County is also going to be getting a Freedom Rock.
And we'll be getting it right here in Cedar Rapids, so
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
Can't wait.
We're happy to do that, and I don't know where it is on your schedule, but how long are you booked out?
Well, so the schedule's kind of to be determined as I work and what the Iowa weather gives me.
Sure.
To work in. When I initially started the tour, it was 10 rocks a year. It was going to take me 10 years. That's just kind of what I figured.
Wow.
But I've painted more than 10 every single year of the tour.
Okay.
Painted, I think, 13 the first year, 12 the second, 16 last year, and I'm probably on pace to do somewhere around 12 to 14 this year. So in that happening, people are moving up, bumping up. Some people are like, oh, we're so far down the list, we want to go early. And I'm like, well, if you can build a structure around it and keep me warm and keep the paint warm. We can go in the winter, and there's been a few people that have done that.
Yeah, I would say anything to kind of help you along and get their rock done. I'm sure they're more than willing to kind of help you out.
Yep, that's kind of how it's happened. Like in Marshalltown this year, they wanted to go early, and so in February, they had the college kids come out and build a structure around the rock with like a door and everything, and then we just heated it and painted, and away we went.
Oh, wow.
It's Brandon Courtlin talking with Ray Sorensen this morning, the artist involved with the Freedom Rock Project, looking to put a Freedom Rock in all 99 of Iowa counties. Yes, there is one coming to Lynn County.
And it looks like, according to the map, that we're one of the first counties over on this side of the state. It seems like you've got the whole west side of the state already covered.
Yeah, the west and central, chunk of the state, I figured they would be kind of the easy ones to book because the Des Moines media market and the Omaha media market has kind of picked me up ever since I started way back in 1999.
Sure.
Like, everybody knows about me around here, but, like, you get out to the eastern part of the state, where it's you guys as the media market, and, like, Illinois and stuff, like, nobody, they know, a few people know about it here and there, but it's a little bit more hit and miss. And I figured, the eastern counties were going to be a little bit tougher.
Well, I can tell you a lot of people are finding out about you on this half of the state right now and are going to be much more familiar with your work. We really encourage people to Google the images of your Freedom Rocks.
I'm actually looking at them right now, and they're so cool.
Thank you.
Ray, I've read some things, too, where you have incorporated memoriams into the rocks, including ashes. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. The original one in the green helicopter on the north side, there's actually over 80 different Vietnam veterans' ashes mixed into the green paint.
Wow.
And that's happened over the course of a lot of years, over the past 10 years, actually. And then on some of the county rocks, I've done, a bunch of different, veterans from different eras, mixed them in as well. And Fort Dodge, the one I just completed before I'm starting, I'm actually out here right now. Painting on the original. In Fort Dodge, I think there's 24 different veterans from all different eras that went into that one.
What does it mean to you when families come up to you or contact you and say, "Hey, we want to have our loved ones incorporated into the rock"? That's got to be an amazing feeling.
It really is, because it usually comes from the veterans themselves. They say, when I pass, I want to be a part of the Freedom Rock, and that's what the original intention of this was to say thank you to our veterans and to honor them. And so it makes me feel good. It makes me realize that I am reaching out and touching some veterans and letting them know that, hey, you guys aren't forgotten. I'm going to do what I can to remind people of some of the lost stories, some of the, they always call the Korean War the forgotten war, and our Vietnam vets didn't get treated very well when they came home. And so those, I love to remind people that, those guys served as well. These guys deserve a thank you. For me, Memorial Day is every day, and that's kind of my mission, to make it for everybody.
Brandon Courtlin talking with Ray Sorensen, the artist involved with the Freedom Rock Project. Now, Ray, you've got a family, you got wife and kids. What do they think about this project that you're involved with year round?
Yeah, well, yeah, they're my number one fans. I love it, and I don't know that they love it so much because it makes it so I'm gone a lot. But they come and visit me, and they're my rock, I guess. They're my support system, and I've let the kids, paint on a lot of the rocks and trying to get them interested in art. So, maybe one day when I croak, they can take the torch and keep it going. And I don't know, that's just kind of a dream. I'll support them in whatever they want to do. But they've been great. And my wife, I couldn't do this without her. She keeps me scheduled. She had to call me to remind me to call into you guys. I would have totally spaced it. I'm such a flighty artist. I'm out here painting, so when I get in the zone, I'm done. So she keeps me on track. She has to do all the non-fun stuff like scheduling, answering calls, correspondence, and all that stuff. I would say she's kind of like the lineman. I'm like the quarterback. She does all the hard work, and I get all the glory.
So yeah, you said you're just out sitting in your truck taking a break from once again you're repainting the original rock and getting it ready for Memorial Day.
Yep, that's right. Just working away at it. It's a little chillier than I'd like it, but that's all right. The sun's shining. I can't beat it.
Yeah, it could be worse. It could be
That's
snowing.
right.
Yeah, it's Iowa. It could always be worse. Well, Ray, we thank you for taking some time and calling us. We really appreciate and salute you in what you're doing, and we can't wait to eventually get the Lynn County Freedom Rock project started. We can't wait.
Yeah, can't wait to see what it looks like.
It'd be awesome. You guys will have to come out and do a little remote while I'm painting.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Absolutely.
Will you let me paint?
Oh, don't do that. Just,
Absolutely.
No, you should
We'll
say
let you
no.
put your mark on there. I might paint over it, but
I was going to say, and then when we walk away, he'll paint
Yeah,
over
okay, that was a mistake.
it. Ray, thank you so much. Have a great day. Thanks for calling
no
in.
problem.